Aloha, this is Sister Elaine with your second video, and we're going back to the spreadsheet to give you a few more details. So I'm going to share my screen. And let's review the same spreadsheet that I showed you with the first video. So at some point, you have set up your Google Sheets or your Excel to have your 6 columns labeled artist, song, album, length of the song, I say time, label, and the year. So let's look a little deeper into what else you can do with your spreadsheet. If you look at the bottom, you will see dates. These dates correspond to the dates of the show that's to be aired. And the ones in red are the ones that I have filled in the second hour on the second Saturday because of Uncle Ed and Miley's retirement from the second Saturdays. The green ones are the fifth Saturdays. So I have the one that I did in March, which is here. And if you look, I've got these same 6 columns, and I have the opening song. I have my mic break that starts with an introduction and talking about this last song. And then I talk about the upcoming. Again, don't worry about the details. You don't have to take any notes about what I've written. I will give you ideas later on in another video on what you can do to fill in each mic break. But for now, know that you're going to start with a song, you're going to have a mic break, you're going to have some more songs, you're going to have another mic break, and so forth and so on. And then here, getting close to when the second hour starts, you're going to say, stay tuned. I've got another hour for you to listen to. And then you got your opening song for the second hour, blah, 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 all the way down. And of course, you're going to forward announce the next show. For us, that happens to be Balkana. And I know you've heard that mentioned, so stay tuned for Balkana coming up at 2 p.m. And then more mic breaks, and then your sign off. Yeah, I'm Sister Elaine. Mahalo for tuning in, and aloha ahui ho. So that's your general outline for your show. Now, if you look at the bottom tabs again, I'm going to go to August 31st. This is the one that I started off with. So we've got Donald Cowlia, and then a mic break, and then more songs, and a mic break, and more songs. So looking at the tabs at the bottom, I started an albums tab so that my co-host Auntie Alla could review this, but I stopped because it's a lot of data entry, and so I'm really going to get rid of that tab at some point. I have a script tab, and it doesn't have a script in it. It has songs in it. So that's also a tab that I'm going to delete. I don't need it anymore. I used to use it. Now, the catalog tab is for Auntie Alla and I to, let's say, you want to listen to a rap Rapplinger, but you don't want to have to type in, let's go back to August 31st. You don't want to have to type in all of these things. So all I do is at the end of each show, I copy and paste all of these into my catalog, and then they all get populated. So now I've got this really large catalog. So let's say I want to listen to the Young Kanakas. I highlight this, I copy this and paste it into, that way I don't have to type all of this anymore. So that's another tab that I would recommend, is some sort of I call it a catalog. You could call it whatever you want, but this is your music library of data. It's not the music itself, but it is the 6 columns that you all need in your spreadsheet. So if I want to if I want to populate this in my spreadsheet, then I would copy and paste Makaha Sons and Friends and put that into my playlist. Now let's look at October 5th. This is the show that I have not worked on yet. I actually, what I do is I let's go to the last show. This is the last show I aired with Auntie Alla on September 7th. And as you can see, there's no italics here. So I actually copy and paste this whole thing into the next month that's coming up. So I have a tab for October 5th. So now I haven't even started working on October 5th. So I've copied and pasted this in and I put it in italics. That means I haven't edited any of this. This is old information. And now I can go in and let's say I don't want to listen to Cindy Combs because I've already done that. Let's populate it with, I don't know, let's go to the catalog and pick something. Let's populate it with Makana. We'll just pick one at random and I'm going to copy this and go back to October 5th tab. See at the bottom, there's October 5th. And now in Cindy Combs' spot, I'm going to paste. And there's Makana, and I didn't have to do any hard work with that. That's something that you will build up over time. But for now, you'll have to hand type each of these in, and then you can copy and paste them into your catalog. And then you won't have to type it in ever again if you choose that song, say in 3 months from now, and you want that same song. Okay, going back to October 5th, a show I haven't worked on yet. This is just the template. It's like a recipe, and I just plug in songs as I want. And my process is to plug in songs first, and then I go back and I write the script. What do I want to say? Okay. So that's enough for this recording. And again, we're going to cover these on our live meetings. So I look forward to working with you then. And aloha, a hui ho.